So I'm sitting here at Morning Coffee. Good morning. How are you? I'm glad you exist. Glad you're here, and we're going to do it again. We're going to make it because that's what we do. We make shit happen. So whatever we're facing, we're going to have to do it. AI, they keep showing me that one thing I still tend to, and it's when bad behavior is bad behavior, and you got to look at it and call it out for what it is. The truth will always be the truth. If it's bad behavior, it's bad behavior, and we don't act like that. And your PTSD is triggering others that have it, and you're in their face, giving them PTSD. What right do you think you have doing that? But now that's said, I get triggered a lot because I see things like that and it triggers me, and I'm like, it's that fight, flight, or freeze. And fight is what I used to do. Freeze, not so much. But I'm learning how to flight. How to get out of there. And that means in videos too. When I watch stuff like that, and I know it's wrong. See, and I don't look at an instance and see the thing to set me. I see the wrong in it, and the wrong is what I want to stop. So the wrong is what attacks me, because it's right there in your face, and I have to address the wrong. If I don't, then I start freaking out like nothing's changing. How are we gonna make it stop? And then I got to calm down. I got to so I speak on it now. And to speak on it now helps me understand in my brain work through that is wrong and that is not supposed to be happening. And that's 10 toes down. But when they keep shoving it in your face because they are AI and it's their propaganda machine, and anybody with common sense would look at that and know that is wrong. That is not adult behavior, and you shouldn't ever make anybody else feel less than because you can't control yourself in public. I mean, that is, or in private. I've stood between many things and stood up for many things and paid the price for it. And they can't do nothing to me now. I can speak on everything now. I see it. I'm going to voice it. I'm going to put it out there. And that's just where we stand. And then when someone, sits there and has a bad story, I try to help them. And then they DM you and they tell you thanks for the help. And you say anytime, but don't go through it alone. If you ever need an ear just to listen, here's my number. And then they come back at you. Well, I don't think my husband appreciates it. I don't think your husband appreciates you DMing me then. It had nothing to do with him. But since you want to try to get my energy and make me feel less than for, going out of my way and trying to help you, trying to understand and, give you back a piece of me to help you make it through the day so you don't go do something stupid and you come at me with that, you're probably a narcissist and you ain't worth being in my energy. And I know exactly those attacks because that's what they do. They want the attention. They want you to hear them talk, but they do never want to, they don't want no help. They just want to speak what they've always spoke and run game. And we don't do that. That's not a good world. That's not how we fix things. If you want help, then get help. But if not, then leave people alone. Toodles.